My name is Sharice Thomas.
My name is Joe Monpoint.
Lena Solo.
Mike Piper. I've worked for Canteen for 22 years.
Yo trabajo del car wash in Queens.
I work at Country Fresh Dairy. Been there 32 years, and I'm a cheese maker.
I'm supposed to try to make sure no bones go in the product because we are running deep boneless product.
I've been here for 6 months at Echo Lab, and I am a productions associate.
I work for Vireo Health, and we sell medical cannabis.
I've been in Nestle for 19 years, and I'm a forklift operator. I unload the trucks.
I feed the patients of a psychiatric hospital. The favorite part of my job is interacting with the patients.
I just like it. It's, you're in and out of places, and the union's always been behind me, so I feel really good about coming to work knowing that.
I'll have to say that the RWDSU has been the best thing that happened to the poultry industry.
The RWDSU seems very different in different places around this country. I think what unites us, though, is a common belief in the rights of working people to be treated with dignity, justice, and respect. And I think what also unites us is the common strategy that the way to achieve our goals is by working people coming together with a collective voice.
Being part of the RWDSU is not like anywhere else. We've always said we're a family. And if you have a problem, no matter where it is, I can guarantee you that people from around the country that are part of the RWDSU will be there to help you with those problems. And that's what family is.
I mean, when you know someone has your back whether they know you or not, that is the greatest feeling in the world, because no matter what happens, you're not alone.
And when you have somebody standing with you, it's give you the strength and the courage to go on and fight for what's right.
The only way you're gonna have a better future is through labor movement. And organizing is key. We need to grow, we need to stick together, we need to fight for a better future for our members.
It's so vitally important for us as a union, for us as a nation, for us as workers, that we continue to build strength. We're only going to do that through organizing, and organizing has to be the focus of everything that we do, because if we're not getting stronger, we're getting weaker. And if we're getting weaker, that means we can't deliver as much for the people that we represent.
This is where I called my hideout, where I met with the employees to organize these different facilities on this particular strip. We successfully organized Echo Lab, which is less than 20 minutes from here, and also Nestle, which is less than about 10 minutes from here. The process it really was kind of hard because I was fought by the company day and night. The employees was afraid. So I know then that just the typical organizer wasn't going to work. So we had to put the boots on the ground and go from house to house, or meet them here at a place where they was comfortable at.
3 years ago, I met up with Greg, and we got together about trying to organize a union. The first election, we lost by 1 vote. I didn't stop right there. I kept pushing and pushing till I saw an opportunity where things would change, and I felt like we had enough votes that we can get the union in here. So we went for the second election, and then we won. We did our homework. We house called, we talked to people on an individual basis. And it doesn't end there. With the first contract we got now, we still plan on doing the same thing, getting people who doesn't know a whole lot about unions and bring them on board so they can know, hey, this is the right way to go.
It was a hard-fought battle, to finally get it in. And today I can say that we actually got a contract, and I still kind of have to pinch myself to believe that it's real.
That's what it takes down south. You're in a right to work state. You have to be accessible to all your employees 24/7. My time is their time, and these employees know that.
Oh, well, before the union way, it was their way or no way. They if you fight for anything. But now, since the union been here, I seen a big difference, big change.
You know, before that, when we were fighting for the union, it was like a fight on the floor. But hey, the leaders took them and left us, and we were like, hey, we're a family, don't listen to that. But now that we have it in here and everybody's aware of it, it's a great feeling. I'm so happy because it's been a fight, and I was fighting.
It's in our members' interests to organize non-union facilities owned by the same employer. If we don't, the non-union facilities are going to create pressure on the union contracts.
To feel the security of having multiple plants under our umbrella, to me that gives us teeth, that gives us power. Because what happens up here in Oregon, Ohio is reflected in the next contracts in all the other plants. And when we find that solidarity and unite in this fashion, it gives you a feeling that you're a part of something that's moving, that's bettering people's lives.
At least you know that when you come to work, it's worthwhile. At least it's not about the pay. I mean, it is, but it's also about knowing that people look out for you. And when injustice is done, somebody will take care of the injustice. That's all I'm for, is justice.
I think it's a good thing. I really do think it's a good thing to come to work knowing that you're protected, knowing that I just can't be terminated just because. Because here in South Carolina, this is a right to work state. So when you hear union talk, it scares a lot of people. But when the union gets here, it's a totally different experience. It does work for you.
It's a little bit difficult in a right-to-work state because you have those people that choose not to join the union, not understanding how important it is to join the union. So what I try to tell them is it's very important that we all join the union, you know, because we're able to make this a better workplace, we're able to make the benefits better, you know, if we're all on the same page. So I try to encourage people and educate them, the ones that aren't educated about the union and what we actually stand for.
I think if every state went right to work today, I don't think we'd lose anything. The people in New York and the people in New Jersey and Pennsylvania and all in Midwest where it's not right to work, I think that that's just the RWDSU way of life, is taking care of their membership.
And I think the movement will be fine as long as we continue and do the job we were elected or brought on to do, which is to get in the facilities and help the workers.
My life is in the shops. I never forgot where I came from. I worked side by side with these guys for many, many, many years, and guess what? I make sure not only myself and my staff are to visit the plants every week and rotate them by the month. Whatever it may be, it could be work-related, family-related, community-related, they call, I answer.
We have taken many different approaches to organizing over the years. We look for leverage wherever we can find it. And one place where we are able to find it is looking for support globally, internationally, from other unions around the world. And we saw that specifically at H&M and at Zara, where we now have thousands of members at these two companies because we were involved globally and we were able to call on our sister unions for support.
It was a good talking point to say, look, this is what folks are getting in Spain, this is what folks are getting overseas, and this is how they're being treated, and it's better than here. Why can't we have those same conditions? And you know what? We should. So let's fight to get that.
The people who work at Babeland are people who have identities that are like the most oppressed under capitalism, right? Like women, queer people, trans people, and people who also are the face of this company, right? So if you're going to be using people's labor, people's social capital, people's presentation as a way of getting people into your store, then you need to be taking seriously what those people need to do to feel safe in the store, because those same identities also make them targets for harassment and targets for violence. And so it's imperative that if you're going to do that, you let those people have a say in what's happening in their workplace.
In the election, we won by a total landslide, and that was really because of the power that we built with each other and the confidence that we had in the union.
It makes no difference to us where someone is from or what language they may speak. It makes no difference to us what religion they may practice, what their gender or sexuality may be. Those are totally irrelevant. The only thing that's relevant to us is that they are working people, and they are our brothers and sisters.
I've been there as an immigrant where there were times where you go to bed, you couldn't even sleep, and then you wake up in the morning, you're thinking about hitting the street, looking for a job, or going to work, sitting on the bus, you don't know who's sitting next to you, or could be ICE. In my time in America, in my years living in US, I have never seen people suffering, being so afraid of the immigration.
Son gentes que vienen a condiciones difíciles, no saben de sus derechos, entonces los dueños están usándolos ahora mismo.
Y realmente pues son pésimas esas condiciones como para un trabajador pues que viene migrando de Guatemala, México, El Salvador o Colombia o cualquier país que quisiera venir pues a este país con un sueño que quisiera tener aquí, ¿no?
Sabemos que hay derechos, pero uno no sabe cómo poderlos exigir. Y gracias pues, al apoyo del sindicato nosotros hemos podido exigir nuestros derechos y tenemos un contrato dentro de estos car washes que nos da mejor seguridad dentro de la área de trabajo. Pero más que todo creo que el respeto que nos hemos ganado, eso no tiene precio porque el sentirse uno como persona y saber que está aportando a la economía de este país pues es grandioso, ¿me entiendes?
These guys love being in this country, you know, and they want to bring their families over. And they have good jobs. They don't want to lose these jobs to go back home. I think it was very important, and I'm so ever grateful for the union to give them that opportunity. And they're so ever grateful to belong to this union that gave them this opportunity.
As times change, new concerns come to the forefront. The RWDSU is very proud that we were the first union in this country to negotiate Dr. King's birthday as a paid holiday in a union contract. And we're very proud as well that we're the first union in the country to negotiate the end of Ramadan, Eid al-Fitr, as a paid holiday in a union contract.
When that contract was negotiated in Shelbyville, Tennessee, the majority of the people were from Somalia. And the committee, we had Somalians on the committee, and we also had, African Americans and whites. But as a committee, they agreed that this Ramadan holiday was best suited for their facility. It wasn't something that we went in and said, let's do it. It's the right thing to do, It was something that the committee decided to do. You got all kind of different scenarios, and we don't have a pattern. Our pattern is our membership.
We understand that we can't stand in the way of the future, but what we can do is to make sure that with e-commerce and automation, that the rights of workers are respected at the same time, and that's exactly what we have done. The two biggest examples are probably Macy's and Bloomingdale's. We made changes in the contract because we stood together.
My biggest part of it that I wanted in this contract, what I was really fired up about, was straight commission.
When I look back and I saw the community that we all came together to support this contract, it was amazing.
The RWDSU is heavily involved in politics. It's not about advancing a politician's career. It's about advancing the interests of working people. And we've shown that time after time after time that when we stand together and we make our voice heard, we can make a difference.
We have to have laws and we have to have politicians that enable our members to have and attain a better quality of life. We have to have people that are aligned with the values of workers, with the values of working families, and that they understand we all must rise together or we will all fall together.
What we have going on today is a phone bank. What we're doing is calling active and inactive union members to see if they're going to get out and vote on December the 12th. Electing Doug Jones is very important for the fact he's a Democrat, he's from the area, he knows what he's doing, he's a very positive thinking man with good ideas.
Well, I really didn't know the importance of being on the politics side when it came down to the union. This is something that's new to me. And to have somebody in place that stands for what we believe in, that's more than anything.
People took notice. I think people actually recognize that we are a player in this political environment. We canvass, we phone bank, in addition to providing endorsements, but we make a difference.
We live in a difficult moment with a government in Washington and governments in many state capitals that are hostile to working people. We live at a time of incredible income inequality. We have seen jobs deteriorate over the years where full-time jobs have become part-time jobs with unpredictable schedules. And we see values that have been important to us for decades, for generations, eroding. But at this moment, I'm more optimistic than I ever have been. Our message is the right one, that when working people come together collectively, they can make a difference in their lives.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
When I became part of the RWDSU, for a while I was kind of on the outside and didn't understand the makeup. But once I became involved and got to see how people watch each other and take care of each other, it becomes a family. And, in disasters, and our country's seen a lot of disasters, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes. The union is always the first one to step out and help. We had members whose houses were torn up, and they didn't even have a place to go back to, and they were helping us feed other people. And we just had everything given to us. All we had to do was get people together and prepare the food. And when you see a group of people come together like that, it's just family. And you see them helping, and they're not getting paid to do it. They're doing it because they want to and because they believe in what they do.
The RWDSU values are truthfulness, supporting working people, and finding solutions for them to make their lives better for themselves, better for their children, something that they can be proud of. I think that's what our values are.
This convention is, again, commitment to continue to negotiate good contracts, continue to organize, and continue to represent our members the best way possible.
Well, I know it's scary times right now, and sometimes I get down and out about it. But you know something? As long as you have your union and the members that back you up, I don't think there's any challenges that we can win together. I believe people are gonna get so freaking fed up that they're gonna get stronger and stronger as we go down.
I think that's the whole part about being in this unit. The RWDSU has always got someone's back here. We can call down the south, we can call out west, call out east. I said, you always have each other's back here.
Just the fact knowing that we have members all over that is willing to lay down at any time to help support one of the membership, oh wow, that is awesome. And I believe that should be one of the drives to keep us afloat, to keep us proud, standing on being a union member.
Standing for our values.
Standing for our values.
Standing for our values. Standing for our values.
Standing for our values.
Standing for our values.
Standing for our values.